Spreading my wings, I'm letting go. I go lighter. I'm hooked on this feeling and I'm wanting some more. I can't get enough, got a craving for more. Give me all of that, give me what you got. I can't stop, I can't stop. I keep going up, I'm climbing to the top. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Oh, I was born to go and fly, to fly higher, higher, like a bird up in the sky, on a wire, wire. I'm hooked on this feeling and I'm wanting some more. I can't get enough, got a craving for more. Give me all of that, give me what you got. I can't stop, I can't stop. I keep going up, I'm climbing to the top. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey there, Acquisto Real Estate. It is really good to see you. That is Shana Acquisto, luxury real estate broker, currently on her phone, checking in, just making sure that she's on YouTube. She always
Yeah.
likes to be in there live and put a
do.
comment in there, so that's what she's
I
doing
just
right now.
retracted my message because I was doing it without looking and spelled things incorrectly. So
Ooh, spelling is important.
it is so important.
It's something I struggle with. It is a real challenge for me. I have no idea why, but I'm a bad speller. And I strive to be a little bit better, and we'll work today on just that in particular. Starting with today on episode 572, we will be on which platforms today, Shauna?
Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube.
Very good. That is awesome. Tell us about roll call, Shauna.
Roll call. Who's here? Let us know who's here. We are paying attention to that, by the way. And if you're new, let us know who you are. We're going to reach out to you too.
I wanted to remind you guys that we do take attendance every single day. That's one of the things that Anna does for us. So we know exactly who's on and exactly who's not. So that's an interesting fun fact for you.
Show is.
Yes, we're trying to create a habit, and we're trying to stay consistent where you learn something every single day. We're trying to bring you different topics, right? We typically cover 3 topics each day, and with those topics, we try to hit on all different type of aspects, right, of today's current market. Sometimes we'll talk about contracts, sometimes we'll talk about buyer stuff, seller stuff,
Something real estate
beginning
related.
stuff, all real estate related, sometimes tech. It just really
That's real
depends.
estate related, for
Sometimes
sure.
motivational, sometimes like focus, sometimes, right? There's a lot of things that we cover. There's a lot to this industry, a lot of different skills you need to have.
Yes. Emotional strength is one. This week was rough on me.
Oh my word, that is amazing. You guys, I hope you are really attending that Mother's Day event today, because Shauna has some amazing stories for you that are not fit for the airwaves, but she will have them for you in person. So be excited about that. Today's real estate word of the day is going to be chain of title. Chain of title is the real estate word of the day. And we'll get that bad boy
words
covered.
of the day, but
Well, it's like a phrase,
Get
a
it.
dictionary item.
yeah.
Today's first topic is going to be builders. Are they really Realtor's Ally? Yeah, interesting. We'll ponder and discuss that one. Then, get excited. Zoho calendar has been updated. I'm going to show off some of the features there that are new and exciting, and you guys will probably be like, yes, thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. So we'll bring that one right to
Why
you.
did you come up with the update?
No, but I'm announcing
I
it.
see.
It just seems like they always get so excited
I know you have
anytime.
some input sometimes.
Yeah, anytime that there's anything Zoho related, I just feel
He's a
that
Zoho ambassador.
people just become super excited on the other end of the camera. I can just feel the energy radiating back. So I know they're super excited about it.
Okay.
And then TNT Guest Fridays are going to be back sometime in the very near future. So we'll talk all about that and what we could possibly be doing.
All right.
Alrighty. So that's kind of all we have. Are you
ready for wine?
Hey. Ooh, ready for wine?
Are you ready for wine today? Because we are having a Mother's Day wine tasting at Landon Winery from 2 to 4. I've heard from most of you or reached out and know you're coming. And I'm so excited to see you guys.
All right. And before we hit the bell, I just have one thing I do want to cover here. All right. So this is episode 572. We've been doing this for a long time. And what I can't have is people becoming complacent. People walking away, from the screen while this is going on. You have to pay attention. There's just a couple of minutes every day that we do things, right? Talking back and forth. There's very important items that are covered here. I don't try to waste your time. We try to have it be clear and succinct. And can you imagine, you don't have to come to the office. We have all of this stuff set up, and we just need you to be present.
Just trying to feed you
mentally present, right? While you're doing this. Don't be doing something else at the same time. Just actually focus. Take a couple of minutes. We have coffee every day, right? So it's an opportunity for you to sit down with a cup of joe and enjoy what we're kind of talking about. This is a real estate talk show, daily live, and you need to actually kind of tune in, right? And focus. The reason for that I'm bringing that up, is we have had a couple of challenges in the last few days where I asked people to do very specific things at very specific times. Okay? And to be accountable to yourself, it's something that you need to start with, right? And it comes from within, and you have to do it. Now, I'm not going to go through and call on people and say, great job for doing this. And I'm conversely not going to say, bad job for not doing that. But they're simple tasks, and we need to be better at it, right? I'm trying to test and make sure that you know how to do one simple thing. And what it really comes down to is either not being physically present, not being mentally present, and being too busy to do something that really takes about 30 seconds at the most, right? And in doing that, you get skills. It's very, very similar to our agent workshops.
Yeah.
And attendance, we also keep there, okay? So as people have more questions or want to reach out at odd hours or do any one of those things, what I'll bring up to you is we do have agent workshops each week, and we have them at 3 times. And it's possible that you couldn't attend 1 or 2 sessions, something, right? We have times for you, but there's 3 of them. So think about that and make sure that you attend one. Make sure that you watch them and catch up if you miss it, right? But there's accountability that you need to have to continue to do these things. And then we have 3 meeting times for you every single week, directly after those agent meetings, right? The workshops. And you can meet directly with Sean and I, or Megan, or whatever, during those predefined times. We're in front of the computer. We're here, ready to help. And those are your times to ask the questions. So let's not be doing them at all hours of the night. Let's not be doing them at other things. We can ask those questions the best we can right then. Those time frames are set aside for you. Just ask, and we'll be able to spend that time together. And what you'll find is it'll make your day more efficient. You'll get these things done. Sometimes we get running in a race, right? And we find that we run too fast and we get too busy, and that pace is not sustainable. And as you start doing it, you miss stuff and you get off stride, right? And then all of a sudden you get tripped up by the next hurdle, so to speak. And so imagine this track runner running along, and you just get a little off stride. And then all of a sudden you hit the first hurdle, and inevitably you start hitting every hurdle thereafter. And it's because you're not on pace. You're not on cadence.
Present and paying attention at the time. If you're constantly moving all around and not focused on any of them, then you're not being efficient with your time. You're not being a good agent for your client, and everybody gets frustrated. right?
Yeah, but it happens to everyone.
It does.
Like I
It's
talked
happened to
about
me.
how I needed to lower this camera, and I didn't do it. It probably would have taken me, under a minute to walk over there, do, test, and everything else, and I didn't do it.
So we
And
all
that's
have
on
it.
me.
Yeah.
So it happens. But you have to realize it and then fix it. So if you
let's
come
fix it
back
for next
Monday,
week. Monday, yeah.
yeah, if you come back Monday and the camera's not fixed, then you can totally call me out, right?
Yeah.
And these are things that if you can call me out, then imagine the accountability you would hold for yourself.
And it's fine. Call us out.
Call me out. Do it, bro.
Okay, enough of that.
Home builders, you're on notice. Yep. Are you really Realtor's Ally? So let's kind of talk about that. This is luxury real estate broker, Shana Acquisto. I'm Mike Acquisto. I bring this topic up myself directly. All right. So we'll talk about this one right now.
Yes.
What they're doing,
is
number
good.
one, is they're cutting commissions.
Not all builders.
Not
some
every single
builders.
one, right? But we're going to be aware of this.
Yes.
I'm watching. We're keeping track. We're noticing what's going on in different times. We're noticing what you're doing to your clients, right? To the actual buyers. We're noticing who's canceling contracts when it benefits them. We notice who does the right things when others aren't looking, and we know what's kind of happening here.
And you know what? The tides will turn at some point.
Yes, they will.
When,
they will.
the market's one way, you see builders, hey, bonus, giving all these bonuses and all these incentives. But then when it's in their favor, it's like, we don't need you. So, I've been looking at who are the builders that are supportive of realtors, even in today's market.
All right.
Okay?
I like
and there's
that.
a list of them, and I have started to take note of them. I have about 10 of them that are on the list, and I have about the same amount on that who is not cooperating with agents. And, it will matter at some point. And something that I'm going to start doing is promoting the builders and showing our appreciation to them for supporting us. So if you had a great experience with, I'm just using this as an example, Highland Homes, right? Yesterday I had a great experience with Pulte Homes. They were super nice to us and they were happy to allow me to be there with the client. So, I'm going to go on social media and I'm going to tag them and let them know that I appreciate them. And I suggest everyone do that because it matters. This is a tough market and we all need to work together. And the ones who don't, it's not fair. It's not. And why would we help them? And I think it's important on another note is we're unfortunately going to have to discuss this with our clients. So a couple things we're seeing. So, and this is very typical, but just for the ones who are not aware of this. So when you go in and do a contract with a builder, you have a base price, and then the additional non-standard items get added to that.
Okay.
So typically the builders will pay commissions on the base price, not the additional.
Okay.
So you need to be aware of that when you're signing a contract to know what your base price is. The other thing is, if a builder tells you something there or on the phone or, somehow verbally that, hey, this is what you're getting, you're going to get this extra bonus, I'm going to pay you on this, it needs to be in writing or it didn't happen.
That's a very
So
good
if you
point.
don't have it a part of your contract, and you come to us, help, they told me I would get this, then, it's really difficult to go back and argue that at that point. So you need to be aware when you're signing a contract what to expect. And look at all these things for your client too, because there's a lot of additions that they're adding in there that are in the builder's favor, not the buyer's, and you don't want to run into a problem.
Okay, so we're going to have a separate topic on this whole thing, right? We'll break that out. Omkar is going to make a note for me and put it on topics for next week.
Okay.
That we're going to talk about builders and their contracts
Yeah.
and what we need to do. So,
But going back to commissions and builders cutting our commissions, I think you're going to have this conversation with your client. So if you go in and all of a sudden they're paying you 1%, you know, you have to maybe have that discussion up front when the buyer signs the buyer rep agreement that, hey, I'm sorry, commissions are cut. And this is not just builders, but this is also in resale. And have that discussion with your client, and maybe they need to make up that difference in some way, shape, or form. You can do it by increasing the price and covering it. There's multiple ways to do it, but just know, you know, that's a thing that we may need to start considering, and that could probably be a whole other topic on its own too.
Yeah, so we have to be careful about commissions and discussions related to that. So we're not setting a dollar amount, or we're not setting a percentage.
Correct.
We are saying that they're modifying them, and you need to be aware of that. Okay,
Yeah.
and with their changing and evolving rules that they make for themselves that benefit the builder specifically.
Correct.
We all want to be aware of it. We want to make sure that when it's first reported, that we collect that information and get it back to us so we know.
Yeah,
right?
we need to be aware.
So let's, number one, whenever any of those things happen and you hear of anybody changing the rules and they're benefiting them, then I would like you to send an email to Shana and copy Stacey on it.
Yes, please.
So Stacey has a record of what's going on and who's doing what.
Yeah.
We're keeping a list so we know who's been naughty and who's been nice.
And you
Okay?
know, we all go forward with the intention of caring for our client. So, you know, the fact that it's not about the commission, we're going wherever there's a home that meets their criteria, right? And these things are happening at the end or during the process that we're like, wait, we didn't even ask about our commission, because, I mean, we know we're going to get paid. We're there. But it kind of hits you like, you know, out
It
of...
definitely does. Now, you can have that discussion right off the bat if you know this is going on. It doesn't have to be a client discussion. It can be you and a builder discussion. And you can discuss it just the same way that they want to pay you on a smaller amount, the base, not the improvements. You can ask, right? Asking is always free, and it can happen, right? So there's no reason that you're like not paid on the full amount. If they're doing like a couple $1,000s worth of upgrades, maybe you bring it up, maybe you don't. But
It's
if
a
they're
huge
doing a
profit center for
substantial
the
amount,
builder.
yes. And are you helping in the process? Are you there? Are you picking out upgrades with them, or are you just slacking and not doing anything? It's a lot more stuff for you to look after as the agent, to inspect it, to go back and look and do walkthroughs and all of those things,
And in
right?
the builder's defense, you know, I've heard this that from some of our title company friends, that agents typically never go on a new construction. They never see, like, this agent sells tons of new construction. I've never seen them at closing. And that's not right, you guys. And I kind of see why a builder might say, you know what, they're not here through this whole process. But that's not really, you know.
Well, so
it's-
are we, so that's an important item too. Are you doing the right thing? Are you mailing in a builder contract and just not being present? If so, don't participate. Don't tell me anything about how the builder's not doing the right thing, because you're not doing it to start with. Right? But if you are, then I want to hear from you. I want you to message Shana. I want you to message Stacey. But it first starts with you doing the right thing as an agent yourself. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
very
We
good.
could go on and on about this one.
Yes, we could. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's kind of the intro to this. There's going to be many more topics over it. I see that the comments are lighting up. People are saying, I've had good experiences, I've had bad experiences, whatever these happen to be. And continue to chat those in. We want to hear about good things as well as
do.
bad things. We want to hear that you're putting in the effort, that your client, whatever that is, right? It's a two-way street.
But when
we all
they
work
are
together.
so supportive of us, then we need to be supportive of those builders and give them a shout out on social media. You know, swing by and, you know, just say hello to one of your favorite, you know, reps at the builder model.
Yep. And if you want, if you're like right by here, you can actually stop by, swing by, bring me donuts. I'll eat the donut and then call the builder and say thanks. I'll say thanks for doing a great job, and I'll eat the donut myself.
Are we done?
And I'll save them the calories. It's not a problem. Who loves Zoho 1? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I suppose I do.
This guy.
Shana, luxury real estate broker with Acquisto Real Estate, is also a huge Zoho fan. And you have a Zoho One shirt that you wear, right? You wear that all the time. It's a nice green one. I think it's super cute. I really enjoy when you wear it. It's just one of those things. I'm like, oh, she loves tech. And that's amazing. So we're going to talk about Zoho Calendar and the update that they have related to it.
Okay.
We're going to take, and we have a link. We're going to chat that link in for you right now. We're going to pull up the screen, and producer Omkar is going to help us walk through this.
Do these automatically update for us? So there's not an app or anything that we have to update?
You know, that's a great question. So, Shana, as we're looking at this, on the web, you will still go to the same exact website, and there's probably a notice up at the top that shows up for you. So challenge right now, log into Zoho Calendar, right? It should be saved. It's probably one of the ones that's pinned right at the top for you. And then when you do that, you'll see that they're like, hey, we have new updates. What I'm going to do is go over those updates in short for you, and you can get to it from the web, and everything will be updated. The first time, they kind of walk through the steps, but I felt it was important so you guys kind of knew what they had done, right?
Okay.
And then from the web, or from your mobile phone, if you're out and about, you can always get to Calendar. It's integrated directly with email. So what you'll do is you'll click on email, and you'll open that up. You all have Zoho email on your phone.
Yep.
And then there's going to be a calendar icon that you're going to click on.
At the bottom.
When you click on that, then it opens up all the calendar features. So email and calendar are together in the mobile version.
Yeah.
And then online, it's right over here. So let's, Shana, take a look at this and see what we have here. Okay? So in this link, as we kind of scroll through, I haven't watched this video. Let's click it and see what happens.
What? Is this like Mulan?
Yeah.
Or what is that?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm all into this.
Like Disney.
Is this making sense? Like, should I continue with this calendar and watch what they're doing here? I can't hear it, so I don't even know what's going on.
I think it's a Stone Age, like taking us from the Stone Ages to...
Ooh, there's the new view.
Oh.
Yeah, that's sexy, isn't it?
Ah.
Yep. Oh, see?
Oh,
Yep.
chat meeting.
It's pretty good. Look at this. Was that guy just making drinks? I don't even know what he was doing.
It's Friday.
Yep. If you want yours in Chinese, that's where they stopped. That's where they thought was the good selection. I need it in Mandarin.
Let's do it.
Right? All right, good.
Our son has everything in French on his phone, and it's really crazy, right? It's
Yeah. Ooh, dark mode. I like
side
night
note.
mode. I like night mode. There's different time zones. I think that's what this guy's scrolling around looking at. Creating these events, look at the tabs at the top. Everyone loves tabs. It makes it much easier.
Client meeting. I didn't see that.
Yeah. All these different things. Look at
Love
this.
it. They just
Colors. You
scroll.
select. It just is awesome. Nice.
Okay, that's
Well,
great.
no, so they're continuing to go through.
No, I know.
Let's let this happen. Yeah. Wow. Who's excited? All right. So what makes this new calendar better, right? I'm sure you guys are all super, super excited with the new calendar, but they have a revamped interface. So it looks nicer.
Yeah.
All right. So that's one of the items that you have the tabs up across the top. I'm going to actually go ahead and
Smart ad.
I'm going to go ahead and take control of the screen here for just a second, Omkar, and I'm going to show off my calendar. All right. So I love to do things live so everyone gets to see it. So as we're looking at calendar, they changed what the app looks like. Now at the top, if you can see that on my screen up here, well, you can't because it's right under the A. But what they did is they changed the color of it and changed the appearance of it. It used to be red. The Zoho, when they go through and update items, they seem to change all of the icons to the new updated version. So if you're looking at it in just a glance, that's what you'll kind of see. All right. Now, what we have here is these are the people that you're following, and that makes it nice and easy. The tabs are all up across the top, so you can continue to add them. You have new simple ways to add things, and you can add an event or a booking. So if you go ahead, you can choose either which one and do it. They have the smart ads, so you can add in the event title here. You can go ahead and pick your attendees and type them in, and see whoever you want to attend, right? And if I wanted to invite maybe my sister, then I'll invite Amy. Then we have the location. You can add conference and use Zoho meetings directly here if you want, so it sends out the reminders and everything else. You can add it to your schedule. You can put the URL in. You can have your reminders with pop-ups or emails or notifications on whichever you want. You can attach items and have your description, right? So you can go ahead and repeat this and reoccur it and do all those things. You can easily add additional calendars that you want to be a part of and have updated for you. So if you want, one of them that you might want to add for yourself is to be part of like the US holiday calendar, and it'll put the holidays on there for you or not. And then if you want, you can always get to our calendar, right? So you have Shauna's calendar and it should be shared with you. So you can click on that and it'll add what she's doing. So you can take a look and see what Shauna's doing if you want to talk with her, right? So if you want to set a meeting, that often helps. And use one of our predefined meeting times, but if not, then go ahead and do that. There's just a ton of upgrades that are in here that kind of make it much easier to operate.
I feel like the order
You see that,
of importance, like your location and things are moved up. I like that.
okay, very good. And then you have all these times here. You can obviously share these calendars with other people, and you can just kind of walk through and see things, but all of your settings are over here with your preferences, your appearance, and how you want it to look. You can put your predefined time. So if your meetings always take a little bit longer, then you can make them 45 minutes each as a default. Sometimes you're involved with having meetings and they take you a little bit longer. So maybe always make them an hour and then you'll be fine, right?
Hopefully, they show your whole time, because they didn't really do that before, that you were busy the whole
Yeah, so what it does,
time.
it shows like this whole time, right?
So
So
that's
like this goes
much
over.
better.
Yeah, I'm looking at your calendar here, and this is in pink, and this is Shana, and she was interviewed with Channel 11 News on, was it Tuesday? So that was from 9:30 to 11, and then
Yeah.
it kind of shows there. And then when you click off of it, it'll add the items or not add them to your calendar, so you kind of have more or less stuff, and you can change the colors of what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really, really nice. There's tons of options. And it's easy to use.
Love it.
Okay, so I
Exciting.
think I hit most of these items up. And
Thank
we're kind of
you.
all good to go.
Yeah.
But just know that it's there for you. There's been improvements and enhancements. And I'm always happy to report them anytime that they do come up. Go ahead and utilize it. Give Zoho Calendar a new, fresh look.
Yeah.
And ensure that you remember that we want you to use this as your personal calendar. So go ahead and put all those items in there, because then when you go and send your calendar to somebody else, which we'll be doing more often now, that you'll have everything on there and you'll have it all in one nice consolidated place.
Yeah.
So personal items are totally fine to put there. You can mark them private. There's all types of things. Take a tutorial on Zoho Calendar if you have not. The internet has a lot of great resources there for it. Zoho has amazing training online for it. Just go ahead and hit that Google search bar and type some stuff in, and you'll see exactly how to utilize it.
That's awesome.
But calendar is an important item. It really is. So you have email and calendar and CRM. If you're looking at some of the top things, those are what they are.
Yeah.
And make it easy on yourself. Just be a power user of the important applications. Keep your schedule right. Like, know how to check it. If you're not doing the basics right, if you feel like you're overwhelmed or too busy, then really sometimes you go back to basics.
Yeah.
So hit calendar and do that.
Block
Just
off
make
time
it happen.
for yourself and follow your
Make
calendar.
it
That's what I do.
happen.
Yeah. That's what I do.
All right. Very good. Hit the bell, Shauna. Missed it. Well, that's going to be a wrap for today. We decided to even skip the word of the day. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We talked way too long. I got too passionate about things.
I did
I
too.
really did.
Kind of the builder.
Yeah, the builder is a real
Builders.
thing. The calendars, just
Yeah.
sometimes if you just get back to basics. Don't be too busy. Just do the right things.
Yep.
Okay, that's like pretty much what today was about.
And if you don't know what the basics are, let's talk.
Yeah, well, the basics is start with your calendar and just be present. Block off times that you have important things to do. If you don't have enough business coming in right now, then you need to look at what's going on and time block and put it right in the calendar every day. At this time, I'm going to do this, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to prospect.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing that,
The calendar is a really important tool. You know, that's
Yes.
like your manager,
yeah,
like your own personal manager.
put stuff in there.
Yeah.
Then you'll be more present. Your mind won't be so all over the place and scattered if you have simple things.
Yeah, agreed.
Don't make
Simplify
it
your
difficult.
life.
So send me a delayed send message. This is the third time I'm asking you to use this feature. Okay? Send me a delay send message for 7:01 a.m. on Monday morning telling me that you've re-looked at Zoho calendar.
Okay.
All right? That's incorporating two
But
skills.
you have to look at the calendar.
Yeah, you have to
Don't
look
just
at
send
it,
the
understand what
email.
it is. Take 15 minutes out of your day, sometime between now and then, and find a way to make calendar more of a central part of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you'll be really, really happy. I do.
I do too. It works.
Ladies and gentlemen, Show Me Your Listings is going to be up next. What we're going to do
Yes.
is chat that link in for you if you've missed it, but it's the same link every single time. So just like click on that same one. It's a Zoho meeting link that we use for agent meetings. It's under my meeting, and Sean will be on there taking care of it.
Yep.
So get
See
excited.
you soon.
Show Me Your Listings is coming up right
Now.
talking a lot recently. Like
are.
way too much.
We are really
Like
chatty.
talking machines. All right.
Chatty.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed that new screen that Umcar put up there. He changed out some of the pictures.
Looks like a nice fall day.
No, well, just the last one that he just ran, Shauna, you were looking that way, but it was on the screen over here. And it was like behind the scenes, and it was scrolling through all the new
I
pictures.
saw it. I saw
You
it
did see
earlier.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I liked it. Shauna, look at the camera. Perfect. All right, let's see what we got here. If I had an
So
eyeglass.
first topics, builders are really Realtor Ally.
All right,
Builders.
builders. Yeah, we got a lot of questions for builders.
Builders.
I'm gonna be
We're coming
looking
for
at
you.
them real close.
Now,
I wish I had an eyeglass,
Like a magnifying
like
glass?
a magnifying glass, because I'm looking at them,
We
I'm
don't
watching
have
them,
one.
and keep my eyes on them.
Okay. How about this?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I do this and you do that.
now,
Okay, good. That was really creative. That was super creative.
right, Zoho calendar update. Second.
Zoho calendar update. Oh, I guess
Just
we can
pull
put our
that
phone up.
Yeah.
All right, let me see here. All right, and hit this, and then calendar, and I got it on my phone. You got your calendar up?
Hold on.
She's gonna have it up.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
Ready? That's good.
Now,
Perfect. Nice job. You had a glare. Hold it down like this so you can see the, nope, at an angle. And then you can see, yeah, right there. Ready?
now,
Perfect. Thanks. Good timing, good timing. Yep, thank you.
I spread my wings, I'm letting go. I go higher, higher. My feet are lifting off the floor. I feel lighter, lighter. I'm hooked on this feeling and I'm wanting some more. I can't get enough, got a craving for more. Give me all of that, give me what you got. I can't stop, I can't stop. I keep going up. I'm climbing to the top. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not going down, 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 down. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not to fly higher, higher, like a bird up in the sky, on a wire.